Good afternoon, IHSA football family. Time now for Coach Big P coaching points. And again, there's not that much. Some of the huddles, little messed up. Couldn't find the full huddles. But again, for the Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, first week, only game of the week this year. Deep Dish Football Game of the Week is Carmel takes on the great Crete-Monee team. And it's going to be a fun time, as always. And it's always a very stressful first week. And again, we've gotten hit by heat. Hopefully everyone is staying cool. And I know, again, both those teams do a wonderful job, and they are always safety first for the kids. Now we go into Crete-Monee versus Carmel Catholic week 1. And again, this is week 1. Mistakes will be made. There's going to be a lot of mistakes, especially missed assignments, again, missed blocks, just jitters. There's a lot of jitters that happen in the first week, and again, these are kids, and things are going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. There's a couple fumbles, bad snaps, and again, whoever has the least amount of mistakes always wins the game, especially in the first week. And again, with the heat, and luckily Friday is supposed to be, I think, 77, 76 degrees, if I'm not mistaken, up in Montaloin. So again, it's going to be a beautiful night for some high school football. With the thing for Crete-Monee, again, the big thing is going to be taking advantage outside the hash marks against this Carmel defense. That's going to be their best. That's going to be one of their best bets, personally, especially with the young speed that they have. Again, their offensive line, pretty good, looks pretty good against this Carmel defensive line. But again, Carmel's got some nice cleaners, especially on the defensive end spot, which I like. And overall, with their linebackers, too, who I think are underrated. And their secondary is absolutely strong, very strong. Again, for Carmel, don't get too fancy and don't reveal most of your plays always in the first week. And I know a lot of high school coaches don't like to do that. Stick to that script. Especially with Carmel, I really like that offensive line. I think that's going to be the biggest pain in the butt for Crete-Monee. That's going to be the biggest pain. It is getting penetration against that offensive line of Carmel, because that's just a massive group of offensive line. Some underrated players. I forgot to mention Meyer, who's another player on Carmel, but that's going to be huge for them. And I think their defensive end, Lawton, he's going to have a big game. This is going to be a big game for him. Personally, I think with Johnny Weber on that, again, especially with his reads, he does a wonderful job with his reads. And again, this Carmel secondary this Crete-Monee secondary is very underrated. And again, a lot of youth in that position. So I'm excited to watch this game. Personally, I think also too, what's going to play key is special teams. I like Carmel's kicker as well. The big thing is going to be capitalizing on mistakes. And again, this is the first week, the first game of the season. And again, pregame jitters are going to come in huge. And again, I really do believe always in the first week, for some weird reason, a lot of people, they love that passing. And I think that's going to happen, especially with both teams. And again, I think some trickeration is going to happen, especially on the Crete-Monee side as well. I also think, too, one of the big things as well is going to be the running attack of Carmel. I talked about that just now early in the video. But again, getting that average to about 3.3 yards is going to be key for Carmel. I think for Crete-Monee, making sure that they get under that average, stopping that average. And again, they got to read their keys, especially the linebackers of Crete-Monee. I think that's going to be huge for this game. This is going to be a very important game, especially for Crete-Monee's defense. Something to build on. For Carmel, I really think this is going to be Carmel's. This is a must-need more win for Carmel than it is Crete-Monee. So this is going to be a very important game. I'm really excited. Tomorrow, final thoughts. I'm going to do maybe 2 magic numbers. Remember, Deep Dish Football Live is on Wednesday tonight at 6 p.m. Thank you so much for joining.